Bill Belichick said last night that the wind wasn't as bad as it was when they had a game in Buffalo, December 28, 2008. The Patriots won that game 13-0. In that game, Matt Castle, because that was the Tom Brady torn ACL year,
Right.
he threw 8 passes. So it wasn't a dramatically different game plan this time around. Only 3. 8 back in 2008, completed 6 for 78 yards and no touchdowns. But it was heavy running both from and I can't even, I just see Morris and Jordan. I'd have to think who was Morris and Jordan in 2008 for the Patriots. I don't have their first names here. That's how long ago it was.
Man,
Fred,
yeah,
I don't know. S. Morris and L. Jordan. I don't remember. Was it
Lamont Jordan would have been one.
Lamont Jordan, Sammy Morris, Pete says. Pete, I think you're right, Pete, but 24 carries for Morris and 20 carries for Jordan back in that game. Now, everyone's crediting Belichick for his genius if we remove
except for his running the ball at the end of the game.
Return.
What an idiot that guy
and
is.
Handing and trying to duplicate the miracle in the Meadowlands all these years later. Other than those two things, everyone's saying he's a genius.
He's a genius.
Except Sean McDermott. Let's hear from Sean McDermott saying, don't give Belichick too much credit for this one.
Let's not give more credit than we need to give credit to Bill Belichick in this one. It was, whether it's Bill or anybody else, they beat us, right? But you sit here and you tell me when we start with the average starting field position of the 40-yard line and he starts with the 23-yard line, and I'm rounding up in both cases, and we were 1 for 4 in the red zone and they were 0 for 1 in the red zone, you give me that ahead of time, saying I like my chances. So it's not, I don't think, with all due respect, it's not a Bill Belichick type thing. It's what are you doing with the opportunities you got? We turned the ball over at the plus 30-some yard line. Sloppy football. So I'm very comfortable in that situation.
This gets back to what we talked about earlier, though. He didn't unleash his quarterback until it was too late. Because if they had been playing the whole game the way they played those final 2 drives, they would have had more than 10 points. Chris.
Probably. I mean, again, it did look like the wind settled down towards the end of the football game, as compared to early on. You're right. But, I mean, listen, Sean McDermott doesn't want to give anything to the Patriots. He's mad. He was mad after the game. You could tell the way he shook Belichick's hand. He was pissed off. He was, and he was emotional the whole football game. He knew it was going to be about physicality. He wanted his defense to answer the bell. They lost. But I think, in the fact that where he says, I don't want to give Bill Belichick too much credit, they started at their own 23 and we started at their 46. Well, damn, that says a lot right there. The team that started at their own 23 won the game. Why is that? Because of Bill Belichick. Sorry, that's just the answer. Sorry. He didn't throw the ball or put them in bad positions to have a turnover early in the game. He relied. He didn't panic. Okay, so what? We're going to have to punt into the wind. We'll play defense. We'll do things the right way that way. He knew that they were going to be throwing the ball, and, yeah, it's windy. You don't know. You can't depend on maybe being surgical in a night like tonight. I mean, again, okay, there's other elements at play here, but, I mean, the New England Patriots and Bill Belichick won a game throwing the ball 3 times, and it worked out. I mean, I don't know what other way to say it. That's gutsy, ballsy, whatever, and then the ability to manage the game and know maybe what you can and can't do or don't want to do as an offense. That's all Bill Belichick, in my opinion. That is. I know McDermott wants to, not give him too much credit because they're rivals and he wants to beat their ass and all that, but I got to give credit to Belichick for sure.
Well, and the thing that McDermott may be losing sight of, you're playing him again in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Why would you not go Lou Holtz versus Jacksonville State
right.
on Bill Belichick's performance? Why would you say anything other than, well, we saw tonight why he's the greatest coach of all time, and I don't know how the hell we're going to beat him in 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just say that?
Yeah, just give him the praise. You're right. I don't disagree. You're right. That's the kind of thing, too, where he says that. I mean, he's going to get the guys in the locker room in New England they'll hear that, and they're going to go, damn, wait, our coach is the man. I mean, again, like little things about them winning the game. It's 3rd and 5 at the end of the game, or not the end of the game, in the third quarter, right? Long drive. Buffalo's supposed to have their wind at their back. But guess what? New England's controlling the clock. going against the wind. Josh Allen in the pass game they're going to go half the quarter, more than half the quarter, without being able to take advantage of the thing they wanted in the third quarter. I mean, that's doing it. But wait, 3rd and 5. I mean, here's the little things. They quarterback sneak for 3.5 yards, and then quarterback sneak again on 4th down. I mean, the patience, the thought process, the ability to basically have 5 run plays and just go, okay, wait, they're overplaying this run play now. Let's go to this run play because that compounds that. Oh, wait, now they get an answer for that? All right, let's go to this one. Oh, wait, they're overplaying that? Let's go back to square one again and get back to that one again because now they're overplaying, run number 3. That to me is just off the charts good, let alone what he's built there already in New England since Brady's left. I mean, come on. It's amazing. Belichick is absolutely amazing.
And you made an excellent point with the idea that this whole field position thing, McDermott's argument is a lot stronger if it is the other way.
Right.
Yeah, he didn't even realize it. He was so emotional and so pissed. And look, they were 4-1, and they were the only dominant team in football once upon a time. And the Patriots were 2-4.
Yeah.
And it looked like the Bills were going to strengthen their hammerlock on the division, and they're here to stay. And sorry, Patriots, you had your run. And now, just a couple of months later, they're getting the rude awakening. And we're seeing Sean McDermott process it in real time.
Right.
He's not happy that the advantage he thought he built over the Patriots is now gone. It's gone. The edge you had a year ago over the Patriots is now gone. And the Patriots dedicated themselves to getting better in the offseason, and the Bills didn't. And that's the difference, Chris, right? How much better did the Bills make themselves from last year to this year? Not much.
Not
if
much.
anything, they've regressed. And the Patriots
agreed.
went all in and did what they had to do. Look at that. Look at that. In just one day, how the odds have swung on the AFC East winner. And if you'd been listening to us, you'd have bet it when it was plus 100 because we've felt this coming.
Well,
I've felt this coming for weeks now.
We had a draft. I want to say we had a draft in week 5 or 6, and we both were like, we talked about the team that we'd say still watch out for. I know we both were on New England, and listen, I had some people in my football world that like, I don't see it. And man, again, to what you're talking about, what he did this offseason, what he rebuilt, starting from just square one of like, let's dominate the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. The versatility they have throughout their defense to match up against any offense. It's amazing. You're right. And I mean, what's the old saying? Like if you're staying the same, you're getting worse, or what is that right? Blah, blah, blah. I think I'm somewhat close. I mean, that's what Buffalo, you're right, to Buffalo too. They kind of, hey, we're good. I mean, what did they really do in the offseason to improve their football team? They kind of took the approach of, we'll trade out John Brown for Emmanuel Sanders. Whoa, I mean, okay, fine. That's all we're going to do? That's all they did. And there's New England revamping their team completely. Early season struggles, guys getting used to playing the New England way. And now we've seen they've got the New England way, and it's watch out NFL because the Pats are back, and they can play with anybody. I don't have any doubt about that.
This is now 7 straight games where their opponents are scoring right in the average range of 10 points.
Yeah.
Because they gave up 10 last night on top of the average of 10 in the 6 games before that. They're putting the clamps on the opponents, and they're doing what they have to do to move the ball and score points. It really is amazing.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.